Hello YMCA members. My name is Jeremy Ellis. I'm a personal trainer at the Austin TownLake YMCA. Now I get it. We are definitely in some strange times right now. And myself as a highly enthusiastic fitness individual, it is tough. It's tough to get our workouts done. We can't go to the gym, but there's absolutely no reason why we still can't be active every day. There's plenty of movements that we can do, and I think more than ever is now for us to be active, to stay healthy, and to stay fit. In all of that, with everything going on, it's also important that we stay active to also keep our minds right and stay positive as we get through this. A lot of us are at home right now, and myself, I couldn't agree more. It definitely gets a little bit boring being at home many hours of the day. But this is a great time to really take advantage of that time and get your body moving, get your heart rate up, and just keep working to stay healthy until we get through this, because we will get through this and we will get through this together. And us here at the YMCA want to do that with you, so make sure that you stay with us. We're going to be providing you a lot of valuable content, things that you can do at home, outdoors, and just keep us all moving until we get through this and we can all get back together again at our local gyms. So again, my name is Jeremy Ellis, personal trainer here at the TownLake YMCA, and what I'm going to do for you today is basically just give you a 20-minute workout that you can do at home. Each workout is extremely important to start with a warm-up. So what I want to do first is go through a warm-up. We'll jump into some body weight exercises. We'll finish with some core, which is of course very important, and then we'll finish with a quick cool down, so that way we get moving as soon as we're done here. So to start with our warm-up, take 4 or 5 minutes just to get warmed up. Make sure that your body's right, your muscles are active, and then we can jump into doing more body weight exercises. So to start with our warm-up, let's just start doing some arm circles. We're here for about 20-30 seconds. We're rolling the arms forward. Take some deep breaths as you go through your warm-up exercises. By the time you get done with your warm-up, you will probably have a little bit of a sweat going. That's kind of where you want to be before you jump into start doing some additional exercises that are going to be a little bit more intense. So let's go backwards with our arm circles. Go in reverse. Get those shoulders warmed up. Get our traps nice and loose. And from there, we're going to just go crossbody. Just swing those arms across your body, open up your chest, loosen up that back as we come forward, loosen up the front as we swing backwards. If you'd like, I always like to just throw some diagonal crosses in there. That makes it a little bit more fun than just swinging the arms around. Now from there, we're going to go into some pivotal rotations. Just step into it, loosen up that core, loosen up the trunk of our body. I like to step into it. I don't want to turn like this. I like to make sure that it's more of a functional movement. So we're stepping into it. Get those arms around. Make sure that your head follows where you're going. We can always keep everything in line with our spine. All right, from there, we're going to go big arm circles now. Now that we got the arms loosened up, big arm circles forward. Other side. Big arm circles. Take it nice and slow. We're going backwards. Backwards with the other side, big arm circles. All right, now that we're done with the upper body, getting the upper body warmed up, let's move into the lower body. From here, we're just gonna go down, touch our toes, and come up. If you wanna throw a reach in there, that's great too. Everything we do with our warm-up stretching is all dynamic. Dynamic means that they are movement stretches. Static stretching we will do during the cool down. Touch our toes, give ourselves a couple more touching the toes. All right, from here we're just gonna go knee hugs. Bring that knee up, pull it in. Knee up, pull it in. Give about 8 to 10 to each side. Loosen up those hips. At this point, you should start to be feeling pretty warm. From here, we're gonna spread our legs. And we're just gonna do a little bit of an upper body and a lower body warm up. Just come across, up. Get about 8 to 10 of those to each side. Perfect. Now we're done with that. Our legs are warm, upper body's warm. Last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come to our down dog position, loosen up our shoulders, put some weight on them, and get our calves. So just come to a forward hinge, go forward, and from here, we just wanna work those calves out. Everything's dynamic, right? Get everything moving, get the muscles warmed up, everything's activated. Perfect. We'll walk it back, come up, and that concludes the warm-up portion of your workout. Take 5 to 10 minutes, however long you need. Just make sure that everything feels nice and warm and loosened up by that point. We're gonna go ahead and jump into our body weight exercises. I have about 6 to 8 exercises that I wanna show you. The first one is gonna be very simple. We're gonna start with our body weight squat. I like to do everything by timing. Typically 20 to 30 seconds with 20 to 30 seconds rest. Everybody's going to be a little bit different, but if you can find what works for you, as far as timing, especially working from home, I like to go off of a timer. Makes things a little bit easier to track, keeps me moving, keeps me honest with my timing and my number of reps. So the first thing we'll do is we'll go into our body weight squat. We're here for 20 seconds. A couple things that I want you to focus on your body weight squat is really sitting into the heels and pushing up through the heels. We also want to make sure that as we keep our weight in our heels, as we come down, our knees don't bend in. We want to make sure that we keep our knees out, and that's going to help force us to use our glutes as our primary movers, whereas our quadriceps are our secondary movers. So say you're here for 20, 30 seconds, whatever works for you. Again, we'll get the side view. When we come down, we want all the weight in our heels, and we're coming up. Right? Perfect. Take 20, 30 seconds rest. After you go through those, I'll give you the circuit portion of this. Circuit meaning that we do one exercise, we move on to the next, and we work through each one of the exercises, and then we do them all over again. You have the option to do either a circuit format, or you can do individuals, where with our squats, we take our 30 second break, and then we move into our squats again for 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds for the more advanced. I like the circuit portion because it just mixes it up, so we'll go with that today. But know that if you want to work through your squats all the way until you're done to begin with, that's totally fine too. The next exercise that we do, we're going to work our back. There's not too many exercises you can do to work your back, but this is what's called a Superman. Again, we're here for 20, 30 seconds, basically with our arms out in front of us, legs behind. Make sure you keep your head straight so your spine's in line. We're just going to come up. Try to bring the feet off the ground as well. Thumbs are pointing up. And we're just going to pull our back together as we come up. Again, we're here for 20, 30 seconds. When you're finished, you'll take another 20, 30 seconds rest and then jump into your next exercise. Typically, you should get about 15 to 20 reps in a 20 to 30 second time period. So that's our Superman. The next exercise that we'll do, we'll go back to our legs, and we're gonna work just our side lunges. Start working the hip mobility and our glutes, and really get a total leg workout in this. This is a unilateral exercise. You can do one leg to start, and then move to the next leg, or do them back and forth. I like to work one leg, so let's say we have 30 seconds. For 15 seconds, we're gonna go to the right. The other 15 seconds, we're gonna go to the left. So Side lunges look like this. Everything's in line. We're stepping out, coming down. Again, any of our leg exercises, make sure that we keep our weight in our heels. And when we come down, everything's in line right here. Our knees in line with our ankle, and we push right back up to our heel. Let those hips shift back as you come down, and bring them forward as you come up. Make sure we're not totally bent over right here. It's not where we want to be. Again, we want to make sure we keep that weight in our heels. We're there for 15 to 30 seconds. Take another 15 to 30 seconds on the other side, and we're going to the left. Again, always make sure that our knee is in line with our heel, or with our ankle. We're pushing up through the heel, right back to our stationary position. We'll do 2 more here. We'll move into the next exercise. Perfect. So there's our side lunges. Again, you find the timing that works for you and take your rest periods roughly the same, typically 2-to-1 ratio, but whatever's going to work for you. These are all great exercises for anybody to do, and you can totally max them out with whatever timing you're looking for. The next exercise that we're going to do, we're going to work our chest. We've worked our legs a couple times, we worked our back, now we're going to go to chest. It's your standard push-up. So we'll come down. Again, maybe you shoot for a number of reps, but I recommend timing. Here's our standard push-ups. Our shoulders are over our wrist. We got a nice flat back, plank position. We come down and we push up. We come down and we push up. Depending on where you're at, your timing is going to be different, of course. 20, 30 seconds, I'd say. A couple variations of this, depending on your ability. We can always come to our knee. And you can do knee push-ups. Those work too. Perfect. Most importantly, just make sure that our shoulders are stacked over our wrist and that we do keep a good plank position here. Not here, but here. And push up. 20, 30 seconds. And the next exercise that we're going to is going to be our reverse lunges. We've now got 2 lower body, 2 upper body exercises. Our 5th exercise is reverse lunges. Pretty simple, standing position. Again, we always want to make sure that we sit into that heel and we're coming up. This is a good pull exercise for the hamstrings and mostly the glutes. Unilateral, meaning that we're going to do one side, then do the other. You'll do those for 20 to 30 seconds on each side. And then switch sides, 20 to 30 seconds. 2 things to keep in mind here. When we come down, we do want our leg in a 90-degree position. We don't want our knee forward like this. We want it right here, stacked over our heel, and all the way into our heel. And then we pull up. Pull up. This is our kickstand leg back here. All we want to do is just pull ourselves right back up to our standing position. Again, 20 to 30 seconds on each side, and then you're all set. The last exercise to finish your total body workout is going to be your walkout plank. This is good for your shoulders, bringing yourself back up, and just good for overall total body. So our walkout plank, we're going to hinge at the hips, come down, walk it out to our high plank, and use our arms to walk ourselves back. Do that for 20, 30 seconds at a time. And just walk ourselves back. Great for the shoulders, especially after we've done quite a bit of push-ups. But again, I do recommend the circuit format rather than doing each exercise for the number of sets and then moving on to the other. One more time, we're just going to hinge, walk it out, high plank position, and we're coming back. 20 to 30 seconds there. That's 6 exercises that you need for your total body. We got our front side legs with our squats. We got our working our side legs and our glutes with our side lunges. And then we got more glutes and a pull exercise coming up with our reverse lunges. We got our Supermans to take care of our back, our push-ups to take care of our front, and to tie it all together, we got our walkout planks at the end. Next, we'll wrap it up with some core. We always want to save our core for the end because we need a strong core to get us through a pretty intense workout like we had just before this. So with our core exercises, I'm going to show you 4 exercises in the prone position and 4 exercises in the supine position. I recommend taking 2 of each and spending 20 to 30 seconds on each one, and again, go for 2 to 5 sets for each one of those. The first exercise that I'll show you for your core is going to be just your standard sit-up, right? We're here. We don't want to sit all the way up. We just want to do our crunches. We're here for 20, 30 seconds. We want to bring these shoulders off the ground, pull our ribs forward, and just make sure that we engage the core. Make sure that we're always engaging our core through each one of these core exercises. Again, 20 to 30 seconds there. The next exercise that we'll do, we can move right into this. We're going to work more of our lower core, but just leg lifts. Hands flat on the ground. Go ahead and lay your head, give your neck a rest. That sometimes can get tired through the crunches, but we're going leg lifts. Touch the ground. Bring your feet about 6 to 8 inches above the ground. Hold it and let it go back down. This is great for the lower core. 20 to 30 seconds. The next exercise from the supine position is going to be ankle taps. Here we're going to target mainly our obliques, each side of our core. So for our ankle taps, we come back into our crunch position and we just reach across, ankle taps. 20 to 30 seconds. Make sure we have those shoulders off the ground and we're just reaching to both sides. 20 to 30 seconds there. To finish it all off, if you want to go with all 4 exercises, is just a flutter kick. We're going to bring our legs back down and we basically bring our feet up, keep our legs straight, and give it a little flutter kick for 20 to 30 seconds. The key here is not to have our toes forward, but to point your toes back at you, and that's going to give you a little bit extra on the lower core. 4 exercises, 20 to 30 seconds each. Pick at least 2, and you'll be set with your supine position core exercises. 4 more from the prone position, otherwise known as more of a plank position. We got our high plank. You all know about this. High plank position here. All we want to do is hold it for 20, 30 seconds. If you want to add to this, by all means, have at it. We got shoulder taps. Make sure we keep our hips square. Everything faces towards the ground. We got marching. If you want to work some of the glutes into your high plank, those are 2 variations that I would recommend if the high plank is just not enough for you. Next one we got our low plank. This is a great one. Again, these are all 20 to 30 second exercises. Hold it for 20 to 30. 2 things we want to focus on here. Engage our core. Make sure that we're squeezing. And try to pull your belly button towards your spine. That's going to give you a little bit more engagement on the intrinsic core muscles. Get real deep in there. 20, 30 seconds there. You have a side plank. Here's our side plank. From here. If this is a little tough for you to get in here, we're going to be focusing on our obliques. You always have the option to bring your foot down. Give yourself a little bit of a kickstand, but still hold it there for 20, 30 seconds. A couple variations here. You can always throw in a hip dip, back up. You can do a rotation here. Those are always fun as well. Other side, just flip it on over for another 20, 30 seconds, right?
We're in our side plank position. Everything's plank, straight. We got our rotations. We got our hip dips as well. Those are 4 exercises from the prone position, otherwise known as our plank position. Pick 2, do all 4 if you'd like, each for 20-30 seconds. That'll wrap up your workout with a great core session. The last thing we want to do, take us down to the last 5-10 minutes of our workout. This is a workout that's going to take you 20-30 minutes and definitely something that you can do every day, one day after the next. Mixing some of these exercises with some of the other stuff that you might be doing. But we're going to go through just a quick cool down, otherwise known as just your static stretching. We started with our dynamic stretching. That's basically our movement stretching, get everything warmed up. Now that our muscles are very warm, it's a great time to really get a good stretch. So we'll come down with our right knee forward in our lunge position. We'll just push that knee forward, get a good lunge, really push those hips towards the ground. You're going to get this quad as well. Push that knee forward. Again, make sure that we keep that weight in our heel as we do that. We always want to make sure that we keep a lot of this pressure off of our knee joint. And we do that by keeping our weight in our heels. Next thing we're going to do is we're just going to drop this, bring our left hand down, opposite of our leg that's up, drop the elbow, and then open up. We call this the world's greatest, as you can see why. That's just a good mobility exercise. Also gets your outer glute in that as well. We'll come back to our position. Reach the opposite arm up, come across. This is great just for your lats, all the way down through even to some of your hip flexors as well. Last thing we got from that side is take that leg, go forward, come down, stretch the hamstring. A little extra on this, take that toe and just point it back at you. Cool. I recommend each one of these stretches, hold it for 20-30 seconds. This is going to make you feel amazing after your workout. Definitely very important. Some people like to skip their stretching. I never recommend that. I would even save time, skip an exercise to make sure that I have time to do this. Again, other side, we're just going to push that knee forward in our lunge position. Opposite hand down, drop the elbow, open up, world's greatest. Coming back, after our 20-30 second hold, we're going across. Head's in line, spine's in line. This is always how we work. Our head always moves with our body. Last one, heel forward, come down, get that hamstring, point our toe back at us for a little extra. Last one we're going to do, straight from that position, just come to our down dog position. Now's a great time to really get the calves. Push both heels to the ground. Push one heel to the ground. Push the other. Take some extra time here. Our calves are some of those muscles that seem to tighten up on us more than others. We're going to walk it back. Coming up nice and slowly. Take a deep breath. Might get a little lightheaded after a workout like that, and coming up to standing tall. Let's get our arms. We're just going to take our right arm across. Again, for 20-30 seconds, hold it there. Other side, coming across. Another 20-30 seconds. We're going to stretch out our shoulders, get some of our tricep in here as well. Cool. Another one like behind our head, grab that elbow, just pull it back. Going to definitely target the tricep, get some of our lats as well. 20-30 seconds on each side, other side. And we're coming down. We're bringing our hands behind our back, just above, right about our belt line, and we're just going to pull those shoulders back. Really open up the chest. This Just gonna get our chest, we got our legs, we got our arms. Open up our chest. Again, 20, 30 seconds. Very important, make sure that you're breathing thoroughly through each one of these exercises. Make sure that we're getting some oxygen into our muscles as we stretch them out. That's what we're gonna do to wrap it all up. Deep breath, we're coming up, reach high. Coming down, deep breath, reach high. I'm gonna go this way, good stretch. Again, our head follows. It's not like this, it's right here. Good stretch along the whole side of us. Keep our feet flat on the ground. Coming up, let everything come back to balance. We're going to the other side. Coming up, everything balanced. Coming down. Coming up, deep breath, reach high. And then coming down. That is your 15, 20 to 30 minute workout, depending on how many reps you do, timing of your breaks, the timing of each set that you do. That is your total body. We basically got everything done. That is very important. A lot of those exercises are compound movements. We're going to be working multiple muscle groups, multiple parts of your body. Good warm up, good total body routine. Make sure that you hit that core at the end, and then have, take 5, maybe even 10 minutes to just go through your stretches and get a good cool down anytime you're working out. Very, very important. I wish you all the best. Again, my name is Jeremy Ellis. I'm with the Austin TownLake YMCA. Stay safe, be healthy, and make sure that we're keeping strong. Thank you.